because conversions are very important. Yeah, go for it. All right, lesson 6-3. Lesson 6-3. Courtney and Bethy, you guys are losing personal management points at this very second. Okay, so lesson 6-3, converting rates and measurements. Converting rates and measurements. Okay, so we have one definition for this lesson, and that is dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis. So that is the process of including units of measurement as a factor or as factors when you compute. So what does that mean? For example, converting minutes to seconds. So we are going to be doing one-step conversions, and we are also going to be doing two-step conversions. I talked about this a lot last year in science, so this should be a little bit of review. So you've seen it before. So let's get to it, converting rates and measurements. So example number 1, we got a real world problem. Perfect. Okay, so convert 760 miles per hour. So 760 miles, we'll put MI per hour. So I'm going to put it over hours, and that's just 1 hour, to miles per minute, So I'll do my little conversion chart here. My conversion chart. So first off, what is our end goal here? So it wants us to convert it to miles per minute. So we want miles on top and minutes on the bottom. Okay, so our miles, we don't have to do anything to that. All we have to convert is the hours. Yeah, Madeline? Yes, you can use calculators for this. Yep. So to convert hours, how many hours or how many minutes are there in 1 hour, Madeline? Yep, so I would put 1 hour on top because I want the hours to cancel out. Think about it as you have something in the numerator, something in the denominator. And when you have something in the numerator, denominator that's exactly the same, they can be canceled out. So for every 1 hour, there's 60 minutes. And so I have my end goal right now of miles on top and minutes on bottom, just like I have over here. So now I can multiply straight across. So I would do 760 times 1, which is just 760, and then 1 times 60, which is just 60. So then I would do 760 divided by 60, which if I would compute that into my calculator here, I would end up getting 12.7. 12.7. Whoops. And it would be 12.7 miles per minute. Miles per minute. Any questions there on how I did that? Do you guys remember doing conversions like this a little bit last year in science? And then maybe in math last year? Logan? Yeah? Yeah? Madeline? Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's move on to example number 2. How many examples do we have? 4? Yeah, okay. All right, example number 2. All right, so convert rates, convert rates. This is example number 2 on page 276. Tyree and 3 friends attend skydiving class before their first jump. The instructor tells them they will travel at about 176 feet per second. How many miles per hour is this? How many miles per hour is this? So first and foremost, I'm going to write the 176. It said feet per second, so feet will be on top over 1 second. And then, so it wants me to know, so my end goal is going to equal miles per hour. So I'm going to do a 2-step conversion here, miles per hour. Sweet. Okay, so 176 feet divided by second. So I need to change both my feet and my second. So first off, I need to know my conversion factor for feet to miles, which it gives us, and it says 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. And by the way, I do not expect you guys to memorize conversions. I do not expect you to memorize conversions, okay? Just printing. Okay. Okay. Just making sure you didn't need me. Okay, so with, with this conversion, where is my miles going to go and where is my feet going to go? Is miles going to be on top or is feet going to be on top in this conversion, Logan? What was that? Miles on top? Is that what your answer is? Yeah, yep. So my miles are going to be on top and my feet will be on the bottom. And why'd you pick that, Logan, or was it pure luck? So the reason is because I have feet down here and I have feet up here. So that's how you're going to know whether or not you're going to put it in the top or on the bottom, because you want those to cancel out. So both of my feet are going to cancel out right here because I have one in the numerator and one in the denominator. So now I have miles, which is what I wanted. So that's there at the end. Now I need to convert my seconds into hours. I need to convert the seconds into hours. So Ellen, how am I going to convert seconds into hours? We could go seconds to minutes and then minutes to hours, but all we have to know is that for every hour there's 60 minutes and for every minute there's 60 seconds. So we take 60 times 60, which is 3,600, 3,600. So for every 3,600 seconds, actually, let's erase that. So I have a little bit more room here. So 3,600 seconds equals 1 hour. Okay, so is 3,600 seconds going to be on the top or is it going to be on the bottom, Madeline? Top, yep. So 3,600 is going to be on the top. And why is that, Madeline? Exactly, got to be able to cross off those seconds. Exactly, and that also leaves me with the hours on the bottom, which is what I want there. So hours is on bottom in both, and then the miles is on top on both. So that's another way you know you did it right. So from there, I would take 176 times 3,600. So this is where I would definitely want you to be using a calculator because that's a big problem there. Nope, you're not doing hard enough work. So 633,600 divided by 5,280. That's going to give us an answer of 120 miles per hour. 120 miles per hour. Any questions there for how we did that? Yeah. Yeah. Harry's? Yeah, go for it. So just a quick summary of what I did. I multiplied everything here that was in green. So everything that was on top. So 176 times 1 times 3,600. And then I divided that by everything that was on the bottom. So I divided that by 1 times 5,280 times 1, which gave me 120. All right, so, and on page 276, it gives you all of the conversions that you're going to need for your problems. Yep, so yeah, on the very back, it also gives you those conversions as well. So whenever you take a quiz or a test, I'm going to give you, I will let you have a note card for the conversions. Okay, so you will get a note card for all those conversions. And I would keep that note card for all of your quizzes and tests this year because there's going to be a lot more converting. This is still pre-algebra, yes. So you're still working on your stuff. Yes, Ian? Where? That's an M for yours. A through M, 1 through 19 odd. Yes. Sure, go for it. All right, example 3. So converting measurements between systems. So converting measurements between systems. So we are on page 277, if you're wondering where I was at. Okay, so all we're doing here is it wants us to go 12 centimeters, 2 inches. So Ellen, how am I going to get 12 centimeters to equal inches? Yep. And what is my conversion there on 276? There's a couple different you could do. Yeah, you could use that one. So I would have, if you were using that one, I would put 1 centimeter on the bottom and then 0.394 inches on top. And I could do it the other way too. So right next to it, so customary to metric, it says 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So I could have done 12 centimeters times 1 inch divided by 2.54 centimeters. And when I do that on my calculator, it's going to give me the exact same answer. So 2 times 12 times 0.394 is going to give me 4.728 inches. And if I do 12 divided by 2.54, it also gives me 4.27. Okay. So when you round your numbers too, if you can just round it to either the nearest 10th or nearest 100th for your guys' conversions, because it's going to give you a lot of repeating numbers when you're doing those on your calculator. Any questions there? Pre-Al, you guys doing okay? You can just nod your head. Yeah, okay. All right, let's try the last example and I'll let you guys keep moving along. Example 4. So convert rates between systems. So use the information at the left to determine how many centimeters. So it wants to know how many centimeters per second a giant tortoise travels at top speed. Wow. I don't know why you'd want to know that, but I mean, I guess if you're at the zoo. In this, because when you're converting stuff, you're usually going to be having a word problem. It's actually not as terrible as you think.
Word problem.
Yeah.
Just hear the word and the problem.
Word and problems, they shouldn't mix.
No, wouldn't.
They shouldn't. I totally agree. Word problems are my least favorite thing to go through as well. Okay, so the conversion that they gave us, which is right underneath the tortoise there in the column of page 277, it says, at top speed, a giant tortoise can travel about 900 feet per hour. I don't know why they would do that conversion, but for a tortoise, it's kind of weird. So 900 feet per hour, and I need to convert that to centimeters per second. I did not give myself enough room. 900 feet per hour. And I want a final result of centimeters per second. All right, let's just start with feet for fun. Okay, so let's see if we have anything that goes straight from feet to centimeters. There's a feet to meters. Or I could do inches too. So I could just do, I'm gonna go for every 1 foot, there's 12 inches. So I'd get rid of my feet. And then I would convert inches to centimeters from there. So I would have, for every 1 inch, I would have 2.54 centimeters. So my inches are now gone. And I'm left with centimeters, which is what I want at the end. So I don't have to do anything else with that. Now I need to convert hours into seconds, which I told you guys was 3,600 seconds for every 1 hour. So I'm just going to multiply. So for every 1 hour, it's 3,600 seconds. And as you do these conversions over and over again, you're going to memorize some of these conversions. So for hours to seconds, that's one of the ones I've memorized over time. Okay, so I have seconds at the end and I have centimeters at the end. So now I can use my calculator to multiply everything out. So 900 times 12 times 2.54 equals 27,432. Divide that by 3,600. I get an answer of 7.62 centimeters per second. Beautiful. That is how fast that tortoise is turtle. That's how fast that tortoise is going to move at top speed in centimeters per second, I guess. All right, so that's it for you guys. That's it for you pre-al kids. Tortle. So pre-algebra, I'm going to move you guys down from 40 to 32 because some of those problems are actually big problems. So 2 to 32 for you guys. I don't like how big some of those are. Some of those are actually 4 problems within one.
Can you bring that down to 3?
When I look over at your homework, maybe. Gavin, go for it.
Probably.
Problem is still throwing you off.